Are we finally live?
We're only 3 minutes late.
I wanted to be no minutes late, but Molly insisted that the laptop would hold together, that it would reboot in time.
It was updating. No wonder your computer's always having problems. You don't let it do its thing.
I restart it all the time, and by that
it's
I mean
messing up all the time.
I mean when a storm knocks our power out, it gets restarted.
Which it did do that at some point last night.
Yes.
We've been getting a lot of thunderstorms. Hello.
Today we are building Luke's Rebel pilot helmet and pretending it's Big's Rebel pilot helmet. But I looked in the very open cover, and maybe this is, I can't get it, a sign of things to come.
Who's
There's a picture
that?
of Big's right inside.
Aww.
My boy.
Why is our chat thingy disabled on the stream?
Oh, because I didn't do that thing.
We're a mess. You could always change it to Biggs's. That's the eventual plan because we have 2 of these. So we have this one that we're going to build as Luke's, and then we have a separate one that we're going to try to get custom instructions and pieces maybe to make it a Biggs.
Yeah,
helmet.
Scout the Trooper. I've asked them to do their best and see what they can do to swap out the little Rebel insignia with like a checkerboard or something. We'll figure it out.
They have been doing yard work all day since like 1 o'clock.
The second it stopped raining, they were like, "Let's go!"
Since like 1 o'clock today. It's now 6 o'clock, and they're still just going to town over there. They don't have that much grass. Sorry if you can hear the leaf blower or weed whacker, whatever that is.
It's fine.
Who is our stream sponsor for today?
Patrick Pine is our stream sponsor for today. Thank you, Patrick.
Thanks, Patrick.
I'm gonna get started here.
Get started.
Build the base. Let's see. Might be able to knock this out in a day. I don't know.
Aren't we gonna do our warm up?
Oh, we can do that.
You were the one who
Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
suggested it.
Yeah, and then I got freaked out because we were 3 minutes late. I have buildings to do, Legos to build.
Calm down.
I can't.
So
I'm so stressed out.
we tweeted a couple days ago that we were not going to continue the KOTOR streams. Very, very sorry about that. We just had too many tech issues. We couldn't get it to stream from the Switch, and it kind of sucks on PC. Like, we could probably figure it out with an Xbox, but
It wasn't
other
really...
than that, it's just too hard. It's a hard game to stream when I'm legitimately trying to pay attention to the story and the dialogue, because there's a lot of talking, which Alex is talking over, and so I was having a lot of trouble paying attention to what they were saying in the game. So
I won't say never or anything, because we're obviously going to play it when the remake happens, but yeah, it was just kind of tough to stream and a lot of a headache. And Molly couldn't actually sit and enjoy the story because I'm blabbing away.
Blabbing away. So maybe when the remake comes out, we could still stream it, but have it just be like a way more laid back stream to where not a lot of talking, because I was trying to listen the whole time and I couldn't, but it is what it is. And to be honest, you warned me about how old it was and how like old the gameplay and stuff was, and I was not prepared for it.
It's an outdated game.
It is. So
it might play better on the Switch, but we couldn't get that working.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out at some point. But sorry about not being able to stream that. But to make up for that, I want to do a little warm up and maybe a cool down at the end of this after we build the helmet. I had the idea of us playing a couple rounds of Heads Up, which is the app on the phone that just like gives you a word and you have to try to guess what the word is, and you hold it up here. We started playing this
at Universal, right?
Yeah, it was at Universal because we saw other people playing it, and we started playing it too at GCX. And as just like a kind of time waster, but now we've started playing it with our friends and buying a bunch of the packs and stuff, so it's fun. And there's a Star Wars one. There's actually a couple Star Wars ones.
All right, so you're going to guess first?
It's an app called Heads Up. Yes, I'm going to put it on Star Wars. A lot of these are like pretty easy, but we're not always...
Don't say that and then embarrass yourself.
We're not always like the best guessers.
I am. I'm amazing at this game.
Okay, Star Wars.
Turn your phone to vibrate so it's not...
It is.
Oh, well then turn your volume down. You can leave it on, I guess. It's just going to be noisy.
I'll try to tilt the phone to where you guys can see the word, but I don't know if we'll be able to. Place on forehead.
All right, I can see it. Han did this in less than 12 parsecs.
Fly the Falcon.
In less than 12 parsecs.
The Lightspeed chase.
It's in the it's in the
Kessel
movies.
Run.
Yes. Where Yoda lives and Luke finds him.
His old ship.
No, like the planet, Molly.
Dagobah.
The planet. Binary.
Sunset.
Yep. Not the light part of the Force, but
The dark side.
the blank moon of Endor.
Forest.
Mm-hmm. The bad guys of the original trilogy. The name of their whole faction.
Bad guys. Palpatines.
No, like the faction, the government.
The Senate.
No, the
Same thing.
opposite of rebellion.
The Empire.
Yeah, but no, you're not done. Like it spans the entire space.
The Republic.
Nope.
The Galactic Republic.
You're closer.
The Galactic Empire.
Yes.
Time's up.
Kessel Run, Molly.
I'm sorry.
Dagobah.
I panicked.
You went way too specific. With he lives in his old ship. That app doesn't know that.
I know. You don't understand how to make things fun and funny.
I'm here to win. I'm not here to make friends.
The app is called Heads Up. And you can like buy different thingies for it.
I'm going.
Oh. Make sure the camera can see it. Blank Lounge is at the new Disney
Sublight.
cruise. No, it's called something else. What is it called when you're moving through Lightspeed? What is that area called?
Hyperspace?
Yes. Blank 1, Blank 2, Blank 3.
Red?
No,
Rogue.
the movies. The movies. Phantom
Episode.
Menace. Yeah. Face the... this is on Bespin. This is...
Cloud City.
Yeah. This is... They're on Indoor, and they ride bikes. They're
Scout Troopers.
Yeah. They're on Hoth, and they live in caves.
Wampas.
Uh-huh. This is something Leia calls Han.
Princess, your highnessness.
Blank.
Your
Leia calls Han.
Scruffy looking. Nerf herder.
Yes. I wasn't gonna get you to guess that one in time.
I was facing the camera the whole time.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
The full-on lines are hard to get.
Alex is all business.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know how to make things fun for the camera.
Winning is fun.
Then why don't you do it more often in the Schmodown?
It's not fun anymore. The big boy in Return of the Jedi.
Jabba.
Yep. How's that? The bad guys in Ice on Hoth.
Bad guys in ice.
What kind of soldiers?
Snow troopers.
Yeah. Obi-Wan says this to get Luke to blow up the Death Star.
Use the Force, Luke.
Uh-huh. I said Luke straight up.
Yeah.
Palpatine's first apprentice. Before Dooku, episode 1, red face, very scary.
Oh, Darth Maul. Very scary.
I played him in the AI
Jar Jar.
script. No, the most recent one.
Hux.
What's his rank?
General Hux.
Yeah.
You played Hugs.
Leia said, yeah, you got there. Leia says this to Ben in a hologram.
My
My stuff's all ruined.
something about the Clone Wars. We need your help.
Yeah, the whole thing. No, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I get like anxiety sometimes when I play this game because it's stuff that I should obviously know, and I'm like, sometimes I just forget every word I've ever known.
All right, we'll do one more round now, and then I'll get back to building, and I'll try to be fun. Biggs Darklighter, really?
Yes,
Aww.
They know we're playing. A little green man with a cane.
Yoda.
He was in Shadow of the Sith quite a bit. He has a daughter.
He's a Lando.
Cloud City,
Calrissian.
yeah. These were heavily featured in Book of Boba Fett, and they're warriors.
Scorpionic droids. Gamorrean guards.
They had a lady warrior
Gamorrean guards.
that was really cool.
The mods. Tusken Raider. There you
yeah.
go.
Han's best friend.
Chewbacca.
Well, what
The Falcon.
species is he?
A Wookiee.
This is a blank helmet.
Rebel pilot.
Yeah. These are also on Hoth, and you ride them.
Tauntaun.
Yes.
I should have made you sound it out.
Has a purple lightsaber.
Mace Windu. That's what we'll do next time, is no describing, only imitations.
Only impressions.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. No, don't play. I think we're
You warmed up? Am I warmed up?
I suppose so. We'll play a couple more rounds of that before we wrap up here. But my original idea for that game was to record ourselves playing it, a couple different categories, record ourselves playing it after a couple of drinks, and put it on Patreon. So let us know if that's something you'd be interested in, because we play it all the time.
We've started playing it at our weekly potluck dinner that we call Wines Day with friends. Everyone brings a dish and a bottle of wine, and then we sit and eat and chat, and then we've been playing that. Mm-hmm. And it's very fun.
There's tons of categories on there. There's also another app called Charades that's basically the same thing. You hold it up and you tilt it. But I think that was the original app. Anyways, let's get started with some super chats here. Joel Davis has the first one. Thank you, Joel. Hot take for today. I don't think having a plan or even a singular vision for the sequel trilogy would have guaranteed they would have been better or worse, just different. Could have still ended funky. I like that for how it ended, funky.
Yeah. A plan doesn't mean it is going to be a good plan. Like, it all comes down to execution. In theory, Game of Thrones had a plan. They knew the ending of those stories. Hopefully the books make it more satisfying, but I feel like the execution of that plan bummed me out. So, plan doesn't equal immediate success. I think it's more important to have a vision, a guiding force, something to say. I don't think they went into the sequel trilogy like, this is what we want to say about the world using Star Wars. They just started making Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, George had a lot of different plans for Star Wars, and they kept changing over and over and over.
Yeah, the sequel trilogy, the original trilogy did not have a plan, but it did have a vision. And then, like the prequel trilogy probably had more of a plan and vision combined, and still came out messy
Yeah.
to most people's opinion. Not most, many people's opinion.
Yeah. Chase in chat said, that's a great point. I had a plan for how my day was going to go, and then chaos. Everyone wakes
Every day, yeah.
Everyone wakes up with a plan. Whether
That's
or
true.
not we follow through, that's up to Jesus. Because he takes the wheel. Except my wheel. Satan takes that wheel.
Okay.
John Dolorian has the next super chat. Thank you, John. Have you guys stopped doing the Clone Wars rewatch? I've missed those videos. I was thinking about that the other day. We have not stopped, and we need to finish before maybe. Well, we probably won't before Andor starts.
There's no way.
How many more episodes do we have?
8? Something
It's
like
not that many. We're so close. So close.
And several are scheduled to come out. We just keep moving them around because it's not super relevant right now. They will come out eventually, but they're not a priority to release, really.
Yeah. It's like when there are no shows on, that's usually when we've been putting those out, like on Sundays. But like I know there's a few loyal people that watch those and really enjoy them, but they didn't get a lot of views.
But they're
So
coming. They're still going to happen.
we're gonna finish it because we're gonna do the same thing with Rebels.
Yeah, we're going to go through and do commentaries for all of those as well. So.
But we could. What do you think about changing it up so we do the arcs instead of one episode at a time?
I mean, Rebels doesn't really have arcs the way that Clone Wars does.
Okay, well then maybe seasons? We could just do like a deep dive into each season after we finish it.
Maybe. That could work.
Because like, what year would it be when we finished Rebels and all those came out and we're done?
I have no idea.
We'll see. Alexander, thanks for the super chat. Hi from Sweden. Hope to see you guys at Celebration and maybe an Ahsoka trailer? ? Yeah, we're very excited to be in Europe for Celebration next year.
I'm sure there will be an Ahsoka trailer there because Mandalorian will have like just wrapped up.
Yeah.
And I think Ahsoka will be next in line.
I mean, if they had enough to show us a little tiny teaser at this past Celebration, they will most surely have a full trailer for us. Maybe not a full trailer. I don't know. Because
I think so.
That's coming out next year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we'll have a full trailer by that point. And I don't think they're going to really push the way that Lucasfilm has been operating. They don't market more than one show at a time, it seems like.
Yeah.
So I think they'll wait until Mando Season 3 is over, and then at Celebration, they'll probably give us a lot of trailers.
Yeah. Also, we have spent a little tiny bit of time in Stockholm, and from what we saw while we were there, it was really cool.
We were there for like 2 nights.
We would love to go back. It was wonderful. But yeah, we were there for like a quick EA thing and really didn't get to spend much time there. I do know that Lady Gaga is doing her Stockholm show this weekend, which is very exciting. Joel Davis was with another super chat here. Honestly, I don't think the entire sequel trilogy needed a vision, just episode 9. If episode 9 just had a stronger vision, 7 and 8 retroactively become stronger, at least in my opinion. Yeah, if they had known for sure how they were going to wrap up the story, I think it would have been more cohesive and worked a little bit better. We kind of just talked about this when we were filming the Q&A about Luke and Leia knowing Rey was a Palpatine. Like, we're just gonna know that information with no explanation. Like, why? How did they know? When did they know?
Yeah, it's like, I just think release dates. This is the whole when business gets in the way of art and storytelling, that they were like, this is the release date, make it happen. Like, they should have delayed that movie, especially after Colin Trevorrow and everything. Like, give it another year. A lot of people like to blame J.J. Abrams, but I'm like, he was put in an impossible situation. I don't like a lot of the choices he made either. But also, what's he gonna do? It was almost, it was just rough.
Yeah, he threw something together, and it mostly worked. Worked great for a lot of people, not great for some people, but he got the job done. Chase, we are going to the Chromatica Ball when it comes to Atlanta. It's the end of August, I think. I keep seeing pictures on Instagram, and I'm like, oh my god. I want to wear my platform boots, but I'm afraid I'll twist my ankle.
Last time we went to a Lady Gaga concert, you lost your phone, so I think we should just wrap you in a straitjacket. And
I lost my phone because I had it in my shirt because I didn't have any pockets, and I was jumping up and down a lot, and things fell down.
All the way to the bottom of the stadium.
All the way down. Like under the seats down. I can't be trusted at a Lady Gaga concert.
We'll just leave your phone in the car. Oh, but then you won't be able to film anything. Well, I guess you weren't able to film anything last time.
I don't remember at what point of the show that happened.
It was very
I lost
early.
whatever I...
It was almost immediate. It pretty much was. I had to calm you down and be like, it's okay. Just enjoy the concert.
Well, if I ever just really want to upgrade my phone, I'll just go to a concert, lose it. Hudsonizer, thanks for the super chat. Just got my laptop finally fixed. Gonna restart KOTOR, I think. Would you rather have Palpatine, Marchion Ro, or Thrawn trying to kill you?
Well, I think all three could, so I'm trying to think of who would do it painlessly. I guess Thrawn. I feel like Thrawn would be the most humane.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I've given up.
I wonder if I could talk Thrawn out of killing me and convince him to hire me instead.
What skills can you offer him?
Sass.
Does he need sass?
Yeah, he's boring. I take that back. He can be sassy when he wants to be.
He puts a lot of feeling behind his mayhaps.
He needs a PR assistant.
He does.
I can help him.
You can help him on social media.
Yeah.
Teach him what hashtags are.
I'll make his Twitter account and I'll just tweet just really raunchy stuff. I think start fights with like McDonald's, Lake Superior, all the really sassy Twitter accounts.
I forgot the Lake had a Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Thrawn's too smart to get involved in Twitter, but I guess that's why he pays you and why he needs you.
At some point
he doesn't have to look at it.
He's smart enough to realize that he needs to be on social media. People need to think he is on social media, but he himself doesn't want to do it. So
you don't think he'd just get Rook to tweet for him?
I think him and Rook both have the same approach to social media as you do with games. Like, it's all about winning, no fun, just straight to the point, and like it's not going to do well.
I have fun.
Just you, though. So, Marchion Ro, he's pretty crazy. Palpatine is terrifying. I think Thrawn for me.
Same. Even if he does kill you, I think he would do it nicely. He He wouldn't be needlessly cruel.
Probably not. Hopefully not. Moramoth Haunts, thanks for the next super chat. Damon's live long and prosper. May the Swartz be with you.
Schwartz?
This just says Swartz, but...
Oh. Maybe that's how Schwartz is spelled.
Thank you. It's been so long since I watched Spaceballs.
I was always kind of hoping they would put Spaceballs in the Schmodown. I thought that would have been fun.
We talked about doing that and like a couple other movies on POV trivia at one point. Because like, who's the director?
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, we talked about doing Mel Brooks as a trivia category and just picking 3 random movies. Maybe we'll still do that. Or maybe we did do that and I just wasn't there for it. I can't remember. But Spaceballs could be its own trivia.
Agreed. They're going to do that at Dragon Con one year. Daniel's just going to start talking about Spaceballs, and we're all going to be like, oh, damn it.
Okay, yeah, Andy says, we did do Mel Brooks trivia. Was I there?
Was Phoebe there?
Oh, they did. Okay, Spaceballs, the producers, and Blazing Saddles. I must have been doing something then, because I don't think I made that one. Tonight, we are going to do Captain America trivia on a certain point of view, so join our Patreon. Come play trivia with us.
I will be playing PUBG with my friends. But I could probably do...
Having fun or winning?
Yes. I have won very few times in PUBG. I am not good at PUBG.
I played it last weekend, and I remember being amazing at it.
You were great. I'm an agent of chaos playing PUBG, and I just goof around until we get to the end, and then I will die, and my friends will carry me to victory. They'll carry my corpse the rest of the way.
Yeah, it gets really hard at the end.
When you actually have to fight people.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the game's fun.
Well, you're left with the people that are really good, and you're like, hold on, this is not what I signed up for. I have won
maybe 2 or 3 games of my own accord, and it was all luck. Like, I'm not good.
I don't understand how people can, like, hide and shoot people from so far away with such accuracy.
Me neither.
I know there's like an 8 times scope. Is there higher than that?
I don't know. Maybe.
10 times? 12 times?
16 times? I have no idea.
With this close enough scope.
Doesn't matter what scope I'm using. I'm bad with it.
No. It's hard. Oh, RD Films, real gamers play Apex. Well, joke's on you, because I don't know what that is.
It's Respawn, the people who made Fallen Order.
Just kidding, I love you, Respawn. I know what it is.
It is fun. I like it. Honestly, I think PUBG could learn a lot from the way that it works. It's got a lot of quality of life improvements.
Yeah.
But I'm also garbage at that.
I think I remember, was that at EA Play?
Yeah. They had like
Apex
the containers and stuff set out.
All right, now everyone's saying real gamers play this and that. You know what? Real gamers play Heads Up. We are real gamers.
Real gamers play Mario Kart.
Real gamers play Hanabi, the card game, which is a lot of fun. Real gamers play board games.
You don't even like a lot of board games.
I like the ones I like.
You like the ones you can win at.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, hypocrite.
I like the ones that are fun and don't take 7 hours to play.
Oh, that's true of me too.
Anyways, well, we can move on from what constitutes a real gamer, because this is Gamergate territory, and I don't want to go there.
One bag down.
Gio Flores, thanks for the next super chat. Hey, love you guys. Was wondering when the comics caught up to Return of the Jedi, what do you think the next thing will be? I'm so ready for a new era. Stay awesome. Thank you. When the comics catch up, what do you think the next thing will be?
I guess logically it makes sense that they would just keep going after Jedi and maybe tell some stories in between Endor and Jakku, but I kind of hope they jump into something else, jump beyond Jakku, talk about Lor San Tekka and Luke traveling the galaxy, go do like some Obi-Wan Anakin stories, go into the prequels, do that, or
ooh, yeah, something before episode 2 would be cool to see. Obi-Wan Anakin stuff. I've been dying for, even though I don't really read the comics, I still think a Grievous comic would be cool back when he was like full-on Kalish warrior.
That'd be neat.
Before he became Robot Man.
I think they would just do it like a General Grievous comic. I'm trying to think of what could fit just the Star Wars brand, and I think prequel stuff would do that. Like, we have the High Republic. It does get interesting. You know, what could you tell that's just Star Wars, no other subtitle? And I think for now they're going to stick with main saga stuff and characters.
Yeah. Oh, Brian Ferreira asked what's on my shirt. I tweeted a link to it earlier, but it says, "Hello there. Reproductive rights are human rights." So, unfortunately, you can't. I wore it at on the Q&A, but you can't really read the rest of it. Because yes, Obi-Wan supports reproductive rights.
I think everyone in Star Wars does.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're like Star Trek. They've evolved beyond that stuff.
More Moth Haunts with another super chat says, would have loved Rey Kenobi. I know a lot of people. I know Lacey Gillerin is a big fan of the Rey Kenobi theories.
What's happening here? Sorry. Okay, I see.
I would be okay with Rey Kenobi.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like the idea of Obi-Wan having a fling with somebody.
Exactly. It's like, did he know?
Of course he deserves love, but at this point of how much we know about Obi-Wan, did he have time to really commit to a relationship? Because if Obi-Wan would have found someone that he wanted to spend his time with, and go so far as to reproduce, he would have committed himself fully, and like, I don't think he would have half-assed it.
I agree. Like, and even then, she would have had to have been like a granddaughter of Kenobi's, and so yeah, he would have had to have a fling or not know about his new family or something, and it would have all been very odd. I guess she could have been related to Corky if they wanted to go down that rabbit hole.
Or he would have knowingly taken up a wife and like had kids and stuff, and then they would have had kids, but then it's like, well, he wouldn't have been the old hermit, the crazy old hermit that eventually helps Luke and then, goes on to fight Vader, become one with the Force, blah, blah, blah. He would have had like a completely different life.
I was kind of on board with Kenobi after episode 7, just with all the theories thrown around. I was like, I guess that makes the most sense of all the theories. But then when Last Jedi was like, they were nobody, I was like, great, I'm on board with this. Like, I think that made the most sense.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple people said Corky.
But even that, I don't see.
He had a brother, so he could have been his niece. She could have been his niece.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. Superfry 401. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Thanks for the super chat, though. I finally caught y'all live. Unfortunately, it's because I got COVID. Oh, no.
Oh.
But how would y'all feel about Mace Windu returning? How would you want it to happen? And how do you think Lucasfilm would do it? Well, I'm sorry you have COVID.
Yeah.
That sucks. Get well soon. Hopefully you don't have too many bad symptoms. We've talked about this at length before, but we are both kind of anti-Mace Windu coming back.
Mace Windu can return when he was alive still.
Yes, I would love to get more Mace Windu stories, which we are going to see in the Tales of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see a little bit.
Forgot about that.
Because he was in a couple of clips for the young Dooku story. But I just don't think it makes sense to bring him back and have him survive what happened in Revenge of the Sith.
I think that was an important moment for Anakin to like have a hand, pun intended, in killing Mace Windu.
Nice.
And his death. You know, they can do it. There's precedent for it to happen. Darth Maul is precedent. Palpatine is precedent. Like, Star Wars keeps doing this. So I'm definitely not going to say there's no way Mace Windu's ever returning. I just don't want Star Wars to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. I think that's a mistake.
Yeah. I remember people saying that, like, Mace should have made a return in Book of Boba Fett. And then, like, Boba Fett would have wanted to get revenge on Mace Windu because of him killing his father. And it's like, that's taking these characters into a place that they just shouldn't go. Like, Boba Fett is past all of that. He's not all about revenge at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit that is an interesting challenge for him. The way that his character ended in season 1, it's like he does seem past all that. But what if you could get revenge now on the person that took your father from you? Do you want that?
Oh.
Do you fight that? Like,
I think it would make for a great what if scenario. Like, I think at this point we should have a new version of Star Wars Legends. Maybe we call it Legends, maybe we call it What If, maybe we call it something else. But, like, it would be cool if there was an alternate universe where Boba Fett finds out that Mace Windu survived and he does go after him to take his revenge. That would be a cool, like, alternate history timeline thing. But I like where they took Boba Fett's character in Book of Boba Fett. So.
Me too. And yeah, I just don't want, my big thing is I don't want Star Wars to keep bringing characters back. Some of them need to stay dead. Mm-hmm. Some of them need to matter.
And Andy's right. They literally failed at trying that in the Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Lil Boba Fett. Back when he was angry and trying to get revenge. He's a new man now. Hilo snoring so loud. Just fast asleep. I played a couple rounds of fetch with him downstairs. He's getting better at dropping the ball for me to throw it.
Good.
He did it like 5 times in a row.
Wow.
Kyle Shaw, thanks for the next super chat. What prequel character would you save? Love the streams. Helps me with my writing. Oh, thanks.
So by save, I would mean like from Plo Koon, but I would save him from being shot down in the first place. To build off what we were just talking about, I don't want Plo Koon to like kick the door in The Mandalorian like Dave Filoni keeps threatening.
His ship straight up exploded into smithereens.
Exactly. But he's a great character, and I would like to see more exploration of him in Tales of the Jedi or whatever.
Yeah, I think Plo Koon was one of the more level-headed Jedi. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, we had to kill him. But yeah, that's a good one. Padme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, as long as Vader thinks she's dead, he probably would have gone on to the same or a similar path as he did, so that would not have changed much for him. But it would have been cool to see if Padme actually survived.
See her as a rebel leader.
Yeah. See what would happen if she got to raise her children.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be sad for the Organas and Owen and Beru, but would have been cool to see.
Well, it's like it kind of sounds like that was the original plan, is that she was alive for part of their lives. She didn't die in childbirth. Just the Return of the Jedi, Leia saying, I remember my mother, and Luke not remembering. It's like maybe they both originally did live with Padme for a time. And then when Vader... I actually think that was the original plan, that Vader and Padme like had children, and then Anakin went dark, and then they went into hiding and left him, and then she died at some point, and they had to be split up.
Would have been kind of like Rey's parents, where Rey was about 6 years old when they died, so she eventually kind of remembered them.
Yeah, like young enough that they would struggle to remember their real mother.
Yeah. Paxton Rutledge, or Rutledge, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Thanks for the super chat. Hi, you two. Been a while. Glad to see you're both doing well. Thank you. Do you believe you could do this job if the Disney acquisition never happened and it was still the Legends tornado? What aspect of Legends do you prefer over canon? Interesting. Could we still be doing this
Full time? No.
if it were still Legends? Well, yeah, because like we wouldn't be able to say whether or not Star Wars is as big as it is and growing steadily in the general public if Disney never bought it.
I don't think we could go full time with just books and comics, if that's the Legends tornado you're speaking of. Because when there's nothing live action on, those are like the really slow times of the channel, and there's still plenty of comics and books to talk about, and we love doing that, but it wouldn't be a sustainable job.
Yeah, it's like when people tell me to do a podcast about Buffy. I would love to say that I could do that, but then it's because like Buffy kept going in the books and comics, but it's just not relevant enough to do it long term.
But they're doing a show, aren't they? Rebooting it or something?
Last I heard, maybe, but that was a long time ago, so I don't know. If they do have a Buffy show coming still, then I'm all about doing a podcast covering the original show, because I don't really need a reason to rewatch those. I just do it.
That's my thing. You're gonna rewatch it anyway. Might as well talk about it.
Might as well. Well, I'm not like you. I don't need to make content about everything.
I don't need to do that.
But that's always like where your brain goes now.
Yes.
Like, oh, I could make a video about this.
I don't do that for everything.
What aspects of Legends
right.
do you prefer over canon? I mean, I guess like what I was saying earlier, I do just like the idea of Legends content being like a what if scenario, but I guess back before Disney bought it, it wasn't really a what if scenario. That was all true.
Kind of. No, like George Lucas never viewed Legends as, he never viewed the books and comics as like Star Wars to him.
Sure, but that like no one was out there saying like this isn't what really happened. This is what really happened.
Yeah. George was just like, I'm happy to let you play in my universe and I'll get a paycheck for it. But when he did the Clone Wars and stuff, he was like, I'm going to do what I want to do and I'm going to contradict Legends all the time. And then Dave Filoni would like try to sneak something in.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, we should do the Yuzon Vong. They almost did it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still kind of surprised we haven't done anything with the Old Republic yet. I really like that era. Mm-hmm. I like that the Empire... I don't like that the war went on for like another 10 years, but I feel like 1 year is too short. I wish that we had found some middle ground, but I do think that 1 year was too short for canon, and that it should have kept going a little longer. Mm-hmm. I've said this before, but just the books and comics in general, because there were no shows or movies, they got to tell much more epic stories that felt important, that changed the galaxy. And I have largely missed that in canon until more recently. The books and comics are getting to do a lot more now, so I'm glad for that, but in general, Legends did books and comics better.
Yeah, we just started the 2.5 hour episode of Force Center's coverage of Shadow of the Sith, which I actually finished. Give me an award.
Clap, please.
Praise me, clap for me, please, because I finished a book and it was a long one, but it was really good. Anyways, it they said kind of what I think both felt a little bit, where it felt kind of like we were reading a Legends book. Mm-hmm. Like, it just, the fact that we were seeing Luke in his prime, like as a Jedi, starting his training with Ben, and like his own temple, and we got Lando, and Lando's stuff in the book is really sad because
no spoilers.
We know he does. Okay.
I feel like it's too.
Join Patreon.
Early.
Join us for the book club for Shadow of the Sith, because I read it and I haven't made the past couple of book clubs, and I'm sorry about that, but I read this one and I'm excited to talk about it.
It's good though, because you read them after I do. And
Chazertron sent in a super chat and said, "Molly, I clapped." Thank you.
Molly will read them after I
Treat,
do,
please.
and then remind me of a bunch of stuff that happened that I forgot. So that is helpful.
Yeah, like I didn't take notes or anything when I read it, but I feel like I really soaked a lot of it in, which I can't say that about some other books that I've read from cover to cover. It's like my mind wanders. But I really liked this one. Brian asks, Molly, when is book club? I think it's next week.
It's Monday.
So Monday next week. Book club.
Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern time.
6 p.m. Eastern. What level patrons can get in on that?
I think $2 and up.
$2 and up. Check out our Patreon. It's going to be a big one, I feel like. The last one was pretty big. This one, I think, will be the biggest one so far. So what we do with that is levels 2 and up, you have access to the stream. Levels
5 and up.
5 and up, you have access to come on stream with us on camera and talk. But because we get so many people in, we'll have waves of people. So everyone will come on, say a couple things, and then we'll cycle them out for a new group. We'll do that pretty much the whole time. But anyways, that's going to be fun. But it is hard to keep up with the books. Can you guys hear Hilo snoring under me? What a sweet baby boy.
So tired.
So tired. I mean, it was actually cooler today than normal. It was only 78 degrees, but still like 91% humidity when we left the house, which is just like, it's just hard to breathe when it's that humid. But it's gonna get back into the 90s, high 90s this weekend. Sean Room, thanks for the next super chat. Speaking of Markion, at the 23-minute mark in Obi-Wan Part 2, Obi-Wan briefly fights a guy who looks a lot like an Everini?
Everini, that's Markion's species.
Everini, that's what I figured. Markion's 5 times great grandson ? Obi-Wan Part 2.
I'm guessing that's in the little laboratory where they're making death sticks or whatever. I did not notice that. I remember the Zabrak. I would be surprised if they did that on purpose. I don't know. I need to rewatch it and look specifically at that person, but what are you doing? Oh, are you gonna play Hilo snoring?
Oh, he just woke up.
He knows you're up to something, to no good. But I doubt that's supposed to be anyone related to the Rose. Like, I feel like if they're gonna bring the Everini in, it's not gonna be as a background character, it's gonna be important. And we'll all know.
He's awake now, and he's like looking at me like, what are you doing?
He's not a performing monkey.
Oh man, it's so according to chat, Brian says it's 10. Wait, where does I see that? 103 where he is. It's 84 in Chicago. It was 110 yesterday in Fort Worth. Jesus. Whoever says global warming isn't real needs to check themselves.
Needs to go outside.
Needs to go outside.
Check an almanac.
I'll be interested to see what it feels like, what hot California feels like when we're there next month versus here. Because it can't be as bad as it is here with the humidity.
No matter how it feels, if it is worse, we can't say that. We have to act like ours is worse.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, glad we're on the same page.
We all agree. Moramoth Hans sent in another super chat that just says, Kenobi greater than Palps. Yeah?
I wonder if that's in, like, as in Rey parentage.
Oh, yeah. I was like, overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Way better.
I'd way prefer to hang out with Obi-Wan over Palpatine, for sure.
Aw. Andy said, with the POV gang all in one spot, of course it's going to be hot.
Aw. And also, I'm here.
And also, Alex is here. What's the last wedding we were in? Or went to? Not in.
Oh.
It's been a while.
There we go.
I don't even remember how to act at weddings. How am I supposed to act?
The alcohol will tell you.
Am I supposed to act normal? I don't think I can do that.
What is normal, even?
Should I not hoot and holler and cheer?
What time is it? How are we doing?
It's 6:57.
Oh, awesome. I am going to finish this today, I think.
Ooh. Jeff GL of 2814, thank you for the super chat. Just 5 more Lego streams till DragonCon.
That's true. Which means only 5 more until Andor as well. Mm-hmm. And the Rings of Power. And fewer than that for House of the Dragon, which I'm sure we will wind up watching. But yeah. there's a lot of nerd stuff coming in August.
I don't feel ready for DragonCon, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't really have any plans except for... I might do Dark Ray, but if I do Dark Ray at DragonCon, I'm gonna do my interpretation of Dark Ray. I'm not gonna do the hood and the cape because it was too hot last year.
I more just am surprised it's that time again. It feels like every year it's DragonCon time, and I'm like, we were just there.
I don't feel that about DragonCon. Celebration's going to feel weird when we go next year. That
will be like a definite. We were just here because it's only 8 months away at this point or something.
Doomslayer wants to know, is DragonCon going to keep you guys from doing your after show? No, because we don't usually go down to our hotel at DragonCon until Thursday. So we will be exhausted that Thursday, but we will still be here for the show Wednesday.
I'm kind of figuring we'll wake up, we'll watch Andor, we'll do a review video, then I'll probably try to knock out another video, then we'll do the after show, and then I might, just depending on how the series is, I might try to do a bunch of other videos for while we're at DragonCon, just schedule those out. We have to do a Q&A at some point. It's going to be a lot. Help!
Calm down. You don't have to do all those videos before we go to Drag. We can do them after.
I have to do them.
No, you don't have to.
Do them right away.
You don't have to. The people can wait.
No, they can't. They'll yell at me.
Nerd.
Doomslayer's going to yell at me.
DragonCon is our nerd vacation that we take very seriously. It is our fun time. We do a little bit of work while we're there, but then the rest of it is fun time. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. We're not letting a convention ruin our first after show for a new Disney Plus Star Wars show again.
Stupid Star Wars celebration.
They ruined it. See, Wise Cubby, Whisk Cubby, QB says, we want you to enjoy yourself.
I will enjoy myself when all the videos are done.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'll go, and you can stay here and make content.
No, when it's time to check in for DragonCon, I will drop everything and go.
That's it's such a good feeling to drive down there, not to toot our own horns, but to drive down there, not have to wait in line for a pass, because we can get our media badges or guest badges and then check in. And we're staying in a different place this year. I won't say where, but we're staying in a different place, and I'm very excited about it. Anyways, we can move on. James Waterman, thanks for the super chat. I love all the lore with Ochi/Dathan/Luke /Ray, etc. in Shadow of the Sith, but can't help but wish we got a Disney Plus show or movie about all of it. Would y'all want to, or do you think they'll ever flesh that story out on TV or film? I don't think so, because they're not ready to recast Luke. They're obviously not ready to recast Lando again, because we don't know if the Lando series is still happening, but
it's happening. It better be.
It better be.
We just haven't heard about it in a while, but it's happening, because that idea is too good to pass up.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a couple of different factors that tell me that this won't ever become a live action show. It would be cool if it was, but I think they're not there yet.
I mean, the fact that they made a book about it, to me, says they're not going to touch this stuff. When whatever movies they have in the pipeline, whatever shows are coming, that's their priority. So I don't think they have any immediate plans to do anything in this era on screen for a while. So, I'm personally ready for them to move on from all of the Skywalker stuff and go all in on not just the High Republic, but do that again. Have some publishers create a new era. And if people respond to it, do shows there. Keep making Star Wars bigger. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we'll still have shows or books or whatever coming in and out that are in our familiar eras, but I'd rather they keep on expanding.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I do hope that because like I said earlier, this book has a bunch of great dark side stuff in it, and I hope that's what we're gonna get with Acolyte. What are you looking for?
Oh, this red piece. I thought it magicked away.
Yes, DragonCon is nerd vacation. I even told my boss I am not answering my phone no matter what. Good for you. You might not get service anyways if you're there. So.
Yeah, that can be your excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, put that on wrong.
Brian Ferreira with the next super chat. Thank you, Brian. Top 3 lamest Star Wars vehicles. Mine are the Bespin Twin Pod Cloud Car, the Canto Bite Security Speeder,
Yeah, I don't
and
like
the
that one.
Treadable from Tross.
I like the Treadable. I mostly like...
We like the driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Lamest Star Wars vehicles.
Hold on, let me figure out... Okay, there we go. Gotta figure out what I did wrong again.
Oh, well, I don't know that this counts as a vehicle, but the rickshaw droid carrying the, like, carriage.
I like that one.
Okie dokie. It's just, like, everything floats. Like, why do you have that?
Same with the Treadable. Walkers. You gonna tell me an AT-AT's lame?
No,
'Cause
but,
it
like,
doesn't float?
you don't need something... Well, you don't need something that's going to get sand in its wheels on Tatooine. How does that thing even work?
Maybe they don't have... I'm sure floating technology is expensive. And they're out on Tatooine. They need some rolly wheel balls things. I agree. I don't like the Canto Bite speeder. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just a weird little cage thing. I was going to say, to talk about Shadow of the Sith again, that CAP-2, that walker, that vehicle that was based off of a toy from Empire Strikes Back.
It looks terrible.
It's hilarious. Like, reading about it, I was like, this sounds pretty cool. And then I looked it up to see if it already existed, and it's based off of a toy that looks so dumb. And I was like, good for you, Adam Christopher, for describing this in a way that sounds cool, and when it's absolutely not.
Good boy.
Top 3, was it? Lamest?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what is super lame.
What is lame? I'm trying to think of something off the wall.
I mean, most of the vehicles in Star Wars are pretty cool.
Right. It's difficult. Oh, the Y-Wing. The Y-Wing is super lame. Tell Thomas Harbour I said so.
Oh, what are those things? The big flying M's.
What?
The Clone Wars, the big flying M's.
Oh, the V-19 Torrent?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of weird.
Those are lame. Not aerodynamic in the least.
Oh, you're reminding me of something.
But it's in space, so does it have to be aerodynamic? I don't know.
Shoot. You like jogged my brain for a second where I was like, oh, I know a lame vehicle, or at least something that I just... Oh, this isn't what I was originally thinking of, but I don't like Hondo Ohnaka's like flying saucer.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a flying saucer. I'm not into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like, we can do space vehicles and not be that on the nose. Brian said, how do I ban Alex?
From what?
I don't think he appreciated your Y-Wing slander.
I don't care.
I know
I'm
you
right.
don't.
Why are you booing me?
Brian Ferreira sent another super chat in, thank you, that said, I bet if Biggs flew a Y-Wing, he wouldn't think it's lame. Oh, you're 100% right. But Biggs would never.
Yeah. Why is Biggs going to fly in the dumbest ship that's ever been created? Come on.
He would sooner retire and never fly again than pilot a Y-Wing. But if he did, he'd make it look good. I bet. He'd make it work. Therrell, thanks for the super chat. Biden COVID is from the avocados eaten from Texas. So Biden did get COVID, but he's...
It feels like a Mad Libs from our Star Wars chat.
Yeah, but he did get COVID, but he's strong and healthy, so he'll be fine, I'm sure. The avocados eaten from Texas, I couldn't tell
Where's
you.
coleslaw?
I don't think they're here today.
No facts.
No avocado facts for this stream, sadly. We're running pretty low on avocado facts, to be fair.
Are you trying to goad them into giving more facts? What have I done wrong here?
Oh boy.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Miranda here has
I
the
found
next super chat. Hey, I'm just popping in to wish you both well. I've been avoiding listening in too much these past couple weeks because I don't want to be spoiled on Shadow of the Sith before I read it. Best.
oh God.
That is fair.
I hope we didn't just spoil it.
That is fair. I don't think we spoiled anything. I didn't say anything super spoilery, did I?
I don't think so.
But I don't know. Tune in for the book club. Because now I'm afraid I will spoil something.
I assume if they're back, then they're done with the book. I just thought it would be terrible if they were like, I haven't been...
I was reading the super chat. That was from 6:52, so it was a few minutes ago. Joel Davis, thanks for the next super chat. I noticed that if something is being fleshed out in the books and comics, it probably won't be developed on screen, like Kira in the comics. That's what you've said in videos before.
I mean, that's just... Now what's wrong here?
That can be true. It can also be proven untrue. It just depends.
Yeah, I mean, never say never, but I'm just going off of historically the way that everyone thought Aura Singh was going to be a huge deal, or Phasma would be a huge deal because they got a bunch of books and comics and stuff in between movies.
R.I.P.
And they weren't a huge deal. And it turns out people were writing about them specifically because they weren't going to be in the next movie all that much. And so they were a safe character.
Oh, Miranda here is still here. They said they muted every time we said the name of the book.
Oh, God.
That's a safe bet. Going to take off now. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the
Miranda.
super chat.
That's right.
I'm trying to think of
How
something.
does this go together?
I mean, any of the High Republic stuff that comes to live action or animation, we could prove this theory wrong, but I don't know. That is typically the case, though.
This doesn't make any sense.
Brian says, this is what you get for the Y-Wing slander.
I'll take it.
I saw a TikTok the other day. The shape of the helmet is making me think of this. The TikTok was a master Lego builder saying that before they could work for Lego or whatever their official titles are, they had to... They're given like a project to do like on the spot, and they had to build a ball like as close to round as you can get with Lego pieces, Lego bricks. And so he showed the one that he had built, and like there's a couple of different ways to build a spherical ball out of Legos, and depending on how you build it, they hold it up and drop it, and depending on how badly it shatters, you have to rebuild it so that it is a little bit more like sturdy. And I couldn't imagine having to do that on the spot. But then again, I would never apply to be a master builder if I couldn't do that. So,
well, why does Brian think they're so great? What's cool about a Y-Wing? Huh? Win me over. Thomas Harper couldn't do it.
I don't know. That's between you and Brian and Thomas. When is the Let's Build Y-Wings live happening? They would never make a UCS Y-Wing. Come on.
They have.
Well, they would never make a new one.
We should build it and then smash it.
Can I smash it?
That would be like the one, just for the bit. Just for the bit.
Okay, well now I want to build that so I can smash it.
Of course, then I'd build it and be like, no, I love it.
Ooh, we should build it, take a picture of us holding it, smash it secretly, put all the pieces in a box, and send that to Thomas.
Then that's just giving him a Lego set that he'll love and
Broken.
cherish.
Ooh, we'll take out like a handful of pieces
Oh, okay,
and
there
say,
you go.
this is the full set.
Take a few.
Here you go.
All right, now I'm in.
That would just be mean.
Okay,
we're
that
mean
was
people.
rough.
Ooh, I like this question. This comes from Fan H. Thank you for the super chat. If you could have just one film prop from each trilogy era, what would it be and why? Does Grogu count as a film prop?
I think so, but he's not from a trilogy era.
He was around for the prequels.
But he wasn't used in the prequels.
He was around. Okay, excluding Grogu, I guess.
Biggs Darklighter's helmet. But the one Garrick Hagon wore.
It would still just sit on the shelf, just like this one.
But I would know.
Okay, original
Or okay. If I can't
trilogy.
use the helmet, I'd choose his cape from Tatooine, and I'd wear it everywhere.
I like that better. I want a full-size Ewok costume. Like the creepy one with the dead eyes.
The background Ewoks that were like, these aren't for
They're too
close-ups.
too scary for a close-up shot. Yes, that's what I want. It will be my Halloween costume every year till it disintegrates.
Prequel era. I think I'd like an N1 miniature ship, like a screen-used N1 starfighter.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can buy those. They weren't used to
Screen
film,
used.
but that's no fun.
Why? I like the ships. You are poo-pooing on all of my prop ideas.
Poo-poo.
Is this because I said you can't have Grogu?
Yes. No, I'm just thinking of like stuff that wasn't used as a miniature. Maybe Chewie's bowcaster,
You can buy that.
the full size one.
Yeah.
That thing's huge. You can buy that?
it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you have to pick something
Okay,
else.
okay. Well, I'm still sticking with Ewok costume
That's fine.
from Return of the Jedi. So that's the originals for me. Prequels.
What about the Yoda puppet that they digitally took out and replaced with digital puppet? Digital Yoda. I would take a Yoda
Maybe.
puppet.
I'd want the original Yoda puppet, but I've already done the original, so I gotta stay away from that. I want the Yaddle puppet.
That's good. That's better.
Yaddle puppet from
I like Yaddle.
episode 1.
Yeah.
Done. And then the sequel trilogy. Ray's staff.
You can buy that.
Where?
I don't know. I assume you can.
You don't know. I've never
You
seen...
don't know I'm wrong.
I've never seen an actual screen-accurate version of Ray's staff.
That would be cool. Trying to think of something weird. The little thing that Laura Santeca gives to Poe that he gives to BB-8, like the map to
The
Luke
little
Skywalker.
thumb drive?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Pretty sure you can buy that as a thumb drive, actually.
You barely can tell what it looks like.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, I would know what it is, and I'd like it and cherish it.
Ooh,
Porg puppet.
Porg puppet would be great. I was just about to say a Voltex, like a life-size sculpture, like diamond encrusted sculpture of a Voltex. Maybe not diamond.
So you can sell it.
Rhinestone covered Voltex, but yeah, Porg would be amazing. Do they not sell? They don't sell those at Galaxy's Edge, do they?
I mean, not a puppet.
That would be so easy to do though, because like you could put little airbags under the wings so that when you squeeze the thing, their wings would flap and their mouth would open. Aww. And now we know there are tropical porgs.
Yeah.
Because they're in the Lego summer vacation thing. When does that come out?
August 5th.
I'm excited for that. A lot of people are saying lightsabers. Like, you can buy what Alex has been saying this whole time.
That's
you
what
can
you've
buy
been
those.
saying. This is your rule.
What?
You were the one that said I can't have Biggs Darklighter's helmet because
You're just
can
saying
buy that.
you can buy that to anything I want to say.
Because you said that to me. Everything I said, you can buy that. I want an M1 Starfighter. You can buy that.
Well, the like ship thing, like that's just you can tell someone that this was used in the original, but how do you know? And then you'll say
They
it
don't
comes
have
with
to
a
know.
certificate,
I
and
would
then
know.
they're bored and they walk away.
I would know. That's all that's important.
But if I show them a full-size Ewok costume, they're gonna be like, "What is that?"
Molly won't let us get the things we want. Everyone wants
I-
lightsabers. Let them have
I'm
lightsabers.
the party pooper in this scenario. All right. Brian says, Molly, I would kill for you to get the costume that Kira wears to the Spice Mines of Kessel. Hell yeah. That cape? Are you kidding me? I'll never forget hanging out with Jedi Manda
Yeah.
at
That's
DragonCon.
immediately what I thought about.
At DragonCon 2018?
I think 19.
2019?
I think so.
When she did her full-on Kira costume with the cape and everything. It looked so good, and I was like, Can I just pay you to make me one? Which I know is kind of an insult to cosplayers. I realize that, and I'm sorry, but I just want it. After wearing Krennic's cape at Celebration at the Anovos booth, I'm kind of, I need my own cape. Even though I just said I didn't want to do Dark Ray with her cape. But the cape...
That's a cloak.
Yeah, that was like a cloak cape with a hood, and I just didn't really like wearing it. Prequels, Django's armor, original speeder bike prop, sequels, first
That'd
order,
be cool.
first order stormtrooper armor.
I don't know where I would store a speeder bike, but I'd love to have one.
Yeah. I would like to have a full set of armor of some kind. That would be cool. Phasma's armor would be cool. Cardinal's armor would be really cool.
I would love to cosplay as Cardinal. I love that idea.
General Pride's swagger stick. Did he have a cane?
I think he did.
Did he?
Like, he didn't use it to walk, he just kind of had it.
The only cane I want is Lando's cane that has the inscription on the top. Lando Balthazar Calrissian. Oh, sorry, Landonis.
Full name.
Landonis Balthazar Calrissian. Baron, what is it? Baron Administrator of Cloud City?
Mm-hmm.
What a title. He can get it. Pride's flask. Yeah, a lot of people drank a lot in Shadow of the Sith.
Did he have a flask in Rise of Skywalker? That would be fun. If,
I mean, I'm sure he did, but maybe not on screen.
yeah, like if he had it in, if it was in a visual dictionary or something.
Now you guys got me thinking of cosplays that I want to do. I still want to do a gender bend Cobb Vanth if I were to cut my hair again.
I don't think I could handle that.
I know you couldn't. That's why I haven't done it yet. It's too much. It's too much.
I'd never wake up.
Would you gag?
Would I gag?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I'm gagging. It's like a thing people say.
Is that what the kids are saying now? Why?
Yeah.
Is that replaced screaming, crying, throwing up? Help me.
Kind of. Kind of.
To me, gagging has a bad connotation.
I'm gagged means a good thing, I think. Like, whatever it is doing it so well for me right now that it's literally gagging me. I don't know where this actually came from, the saying.
Gagging only has a bad connotation in my head, so... No, I don't care what the kids are saying. I would not gag. I'm not gagged.
Next super chat comes from Joe Massaroni. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm terrible with names, but thank you for your super chat. I just really want Luke's screen-accurate lightsaber and costume from The Return of the Jedi. I think if I had to pick a Luke costume and lightsaber, that would probably be it.
I think I'd go Bespin. I really like all the pockets, because Molly made me throw away all of my cargo shorts.
His utility vest?
Yeah, I like it.
You can buy that.
Actually, okay, my favorite Luke look is probably Yellow Jacket. I really like that jacket.
At the award ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
Medal ceremony?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Are there...
Oh, okay. Brian said, this is what I thought, but I wasn't going to assume.
Oh, it's sticker time.
Brian says it's from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
And yes, I need to watch it. I am aware. I am a terrible, terrible person for not having seen it, yet loving so much of that comes out of it.
On those. Just like that. Stripes going to the left.
Going this way?
Uh-huh. Oh, and then put number 5 on that.
I also started watching Trixie Mattel's YouTube channel, which, again, I'm a terrible person for never having watched it until now, but I'm obsessed with it now. And she was talking about how gagged she was over some various makeup products that she was putting in her, like, kit to bring with her on tour. And so that's why it's on my mind now. Brian Ferrer with another super chat. Thank you, Brian. Do you think the path evolves into the Church of the Force?
I feel like the Church of the Force has been mentioned before the path. So I think the path is just like, let's help the Jedi. It seems like something the Church of the Force would very much be into and being a part of. But I think it's separate. Like, the path people don't seem like they are themselves...
The path people.
Yeah, like Tala or Roken. We didn't get to spend enough time with them for me to definitively say this, but in my mind, they just wanted to help the galaxy, and they didn't necessarily believe in the Force the same way the Church of the Force people do.
I don't know much about the Church of the Force.
It's people like Lor Santeca who are like, the Force is real,
Oh.
and it seems pretty great, but I can't touch it or control it the way that the Jedi do.
Can't or won't?
Can't.
It's like, I want to celebrate the Force, but not the rules that come with being a Jedi.
Yeah.
Chazertron said, I miss Tala. I do too.
Mm-hmm.
We just watched and recorded our commentary on the episode where she gets killed, and it makes me so sad. Especially when Ned B comes over and uses his last
power.
his last action to like try and be her shield and protect her. Hilo's snoring again. Daryl, you missed Lola. Lola didn't die.
You can still miss her.
Yeah.
Just, we haven't seen her in a while. In weeks.
Her and her tiny restraining bolt.
and restraining bolt.
Yeah.
Her tiny everything.
I don't know if you'll have time to finish this.
Yeah, I got hung up on that one part. I think I'll have to...
It's 7:30 now.
Yeah.
And we still got to play a couple rounds of Heads Up.
And eat. And cook.
Oh yeah, what are we making tonight? We're
I don't
making chicken with peach barbecue sauce and roasted broccoli, I think, with cheese and bacon.
I tried to pick up the pace to make up some time, but I got too confused for too long.
So sad. But yeah, after this, we're going to cook, we're going to eat. At 9 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to head over to Certain Point of View to do Captain America trivia, which you can only get access to if you're a part of our Patreon, so check that out. And what else are we doing? Saturday's the Q&A. I've been having a lot of fun. I've like really hit my stride with editing the Q&As. So if you're not watching the Q&As, please watch them and tell me what you think of my edits, because they're so silly and so dumb, and I'm so proud of them. And I feel like Alex is like a master editor when it comes to a lot of things, and when I do the really dumb stuff that is like totally half-assed on Premiere.
I'm not a master editor. I do really, really simple edits.
But like if you saw me edit, had to watch me over my shoulder, you would cringe at just like how many steps it takes for me to do certain things.
I'm not one to judge.
Oh, thanks everyone. James Norwood said edits are amazing with the little angel. Oh, that's the Alex angel. Give me all the devil symbols in the chat if you are a part of our what's it called? Biggs mega fans. If your name is green, you have access to the emojis. If it's not green, you can join via the join membership button down here somewhere. Yes. All the devil emojis.
This is difficult.
Oh, Brian Ward said Molly's editing has just the right amount of dumb. I wanted to get your thoughts on my edit of, what was it, Sheaves Club? From like a couple Q&As ago. Because I did that in Paint.
Oh no.
Just the image of changing Sam's Club to the word sheave. I did that in Paint. Proud Paint user whenever I can.
Oh man, I hope we make this a little more stable.
Patrick Dubé sent in another super chat. Thank you, Patrick. Totally off topic. Being part of the LGBT community myself and knowing how accepting you are to us, have you ever heard of ballroom culture? It's still very big in New York and Atlanta. Can you talk about it a bit?
Ballroom culture?
Ballroom.
Oh, like
culture. I think I know what it is, but let me just Google it to make sure so I don't sound dumb.
I have no idea what it is, unless it's just people ballroom dancing. Yes. Okay, ballroom scene. This is what Google says. Is an African American and Latino underground LGBTQ plus subculture that originated in New York City. Beginning in the late 20th century, Black and Latino drag queens began to organize their pageants in opposition to racism experienced in established drag queen pageant
circuits. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this what Pose is about?
Oh.
Yes. It is. Pose, okay. It's hard to explain because I don't know enough about it to, I feel like, to talk about it too much. But it's voguing, essentially. Brian says, I have to watch Pose. It's amazing. Have you seen... I don't want to do it, but have you seen, like, the voguing dances on TikTok where it's like...
In a minute, I'm gonna need a...
Kind of. That's like... If you take what Lizzo's dance is to that song on TikTok and you simplify it, that is inspired by the ballroom
I think
culture.
I know kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah. Obviously, I need to do more research on it, but it's amazing, and I obviously need to know more about it, but I love it so much, and I... Pose and... What's the other show?
What time is it?
Paris is Burning. That's the other one. It is 7:35.
Okay.
We should probably wrap up. It's not the Macarena. It's not... Well, Madonna... I guess Madonna made the word Vogue famous, but it's kind of, yeah, that. Very, again, just Google ballroom culture and it'll do a much better job at explaining what it is than me and my struggles. Struggle bus over here. I hope I did you justice by terribly answering that question. Last super chat is from Luke1313. Chase says, I'm gagging all the time on pink milk. Ask him, Brian M. and Mark tomorrow night on their 200th episode. I should have known that. That makes
yeah,
sense.
I mean...
But also, yay for their 200th episode.
Yeah, yay.
That's cool. Is that tomorrow night or is that Saturday night? Because we're going to be gone tomorrow night, but I will certainly try to pop into the chat and say hi because that is definitely worth celebrating. Okay. We're going to wrap up a couple rounds of heads up.
Okay.
And then we're going to
Impressions only.
Impressions only.
I'll go first.
God. All right.
If it's a line, I'll just tell you to skip it, I guess. Or I guess I could.
You could try to get
We'll
me
figure
to
it
guess
out. We'll
the
figure it
line.
out. We'll figure it out.
All right.
The force is strong in my family. I have it.
Luke Skywalker.
My father has it. And you have that power too.
Leia. Leia's my sister. Baby Leia. You're my brother. You're my sister. Leia. One word. Sister. Nope. You can't give me those. Skip.
They've been extinct for a millennia.
The Sith?
Yeah.
This was your idea.
I know. I skipped that. I don't know how to get you to do that. This is hard. I was thinking it'd be more characters. This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Kenobi and will soon see the end of... Twins was the first one I was trying to get you to guess.
Oh. Could have just said sons.
Like, what?
Twin sons.
Oh. But how am I doing an impression?
You could be like, I'm Luke and I'm watching
like this
the
game
Sons.
is supposed to be charades, really. So do that again. I want to redeem
come
myself.
on.
I want to redeem myself. Fine, I'll go.
I might not have any more luck. Master Skywalker.
Source Bandim? Youngling.
What's the line? What's your hurry, thief?
British?
I'm
Ray?
doing impression. Yes, I'm doing impressions.
Oh! Your first one was Source Bandim, for sure.
I can't do an impression of this. It's the third prequel movie.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Can't do an impression of this. You want me to skip?
Speeder bike. Land speeder. Millennium Falcon. Spaceship. You are driving. Spaceship driver. Pilot.
Yes. Well, you see, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
George Lucas.
Okay. The impressions are not as good as you think they are,
They're great.
to guess. Lightsaber.
Yep.
Jabba the Hutt.
Return
Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Scout Trooper. Indoor.
Yep.
All I need is sounds.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Leia.
Yep.
Princess Leia.
Wizard. I'm entering the Boonta tomorrow.
Kitster? The Phantom Menace. Pod racing.
Yes. Close enough.
Jabba the Hutt. Jabba's palace.
Yep. I have come for the bounty on this Wookiee. He's holding a thermal detonator.
Bosch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hoth is
Planet.
what kind?
Ice planet.
Yep.
That was good. I
gave up on the end.
I like the idea of only using sounds to explain stuff.
We can try that.
Jubber, 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 jubber.
Is that Ewok?
Yes!
You didn't go Yub Nub? Gamorrean Guard.
Yeah.
Wally. Escape or probe droid. Escape pod?
Yes.
Um,
I don't think I could do a sound for this. It's what Han is.
Smuggler?
Yes.
Scoundrel.
Face the camera.
It is facing the camera. Imperial March. Flame Trooper.
Yes. A particularly dangerous Doug.
Sebulba.
Yeah.
You should have started walking around on your hands.
I can't do that.
You're Ewok.
Jubber, jubber, jubber,
I
jubber.
respect. Anyone else would have said Yub Nub, but not Molly.
That is a line in Ewokese that always stood out to me because they say it multiple different times.
I knew what it was. It took me a second, but
I knew you would. Wally. Okay. People love my George Lucas. I'll have to work on that and make it better. Well,
we'll finish this next week, and then we'll start on the Mandalorian helmet, I guess.
yeah. I hope that was entertaining for all of you. What app is this? It is called Heads Up, and you have to purchase.
The app is free. The Star Wars pack is like $2.
Yeah, you can buy different packs for different like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Star Trek, blah blah blah. So they also have just like movies, food, animals, TV.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun stuff. But anyways, we are going to end the stream here and go cook dinner. thank you so much for joining, and everyone who sent in super chats. You guys are the best. Chazertron 5000 sent a super chat as a tip for Molly's George. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Maybe I do great impressions like under intense pressure. So I'll have to work on that.
That was the most pressure you've ever been under.
Never had more pressure than that. But thanks everyone for tuning in. We will see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye.